Well, it's about time. It's not the all new. It's not the old man. But it's Wolverine. He's truly, truly back. Welcome back, bud. Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're talking about the long-awaited return of Logan. That's right. It's the Hunt for Wolverine issue 1. That's right, fans. We've been waiting for this for a long time. You know, we've had all new Wolverine, we've had Old Man Logan, but the original Logan, Wolverine, has been gone for about 2 to 3 years now. And it's good to see him back, even if it's just for a little bit in this particular issue. Just to give you a warning, there is spoilers in this review, so if you haven't read your copy yet, please come back and see me. So let's talk about the artwork here done by David Marquez. I think it's really well done in my opinion. All the characters have a ton of detail. Logan looks good in this book. We get to see a whole bunch of X-Men in this book, including Firestar, which I haven't seen her in a long time. But her panels are really tiny, and I wish I could see her more. I really miss her. Kitty Pryde looks good. Colossus looks good. Everyone looks good. Those Reavers look really awesome. Really good stuff. The artwork, the story is written by Charles Soule. He also wrote The Death of Wolverine. And then we have another story called Hunter's Pride in here as well. So there's 2 separate stories in this particular book. So let's cover the first story first. So in the beginning of this book, we wind up seeing the Reavers. They're on this mission to try to get the big score that they have been looking for. And they're trying to capture the actual mantle of Wolverine. They're going to try to pick him up and move him away. They'll pay top dollar for all that adamantium, right? I mean, it's worth a lot of money, and they need this. They figure that this is their last chance for this one big score to get the upgrades that they need to be the best cyborgs on the planet or whatnot. So they're the ones after the tomb or the statue of Wolverine. So what happens is our X-Men is onto this. They find out that there are intruders, and then you wind up getting to see Colossus and Storm and Firestar and Beast and Nightcrawler all come in and try to stop the Reavers from taking over, you know, Wolverine's statue or whatnot. So then what happens is while this battle is going on, you wind up seeing this flashback. And this is just after the death of Wolverine. And we get to see our heroes kind of mourning Logan and whatnot. And they feel that this statue or this tomb is not right. You know, he's still in there. They felt that it's not a fitting burial for him, but they didn't know what else to do at the time. So Colossus comes up with a plan. But then in the book, you're interrupted with this particular attack that's going on. So the X-Men are attacking the Reavers. So instead of lifting the statue, they say, well, maybe we can get the DNA sample. Maybe we can get them out. So we get to see one of the Reavers actually try to crack open the statue, while the other Reavers are, you know, I guess, sitting there trying to stall the X-Men. And as that goes on, we get to see that our X-Men are slowly starting to win the battle. And when they finally, X-Men go into the cabin, they crack open the actual tomb. And they find out that there's nothing inside. So now as the reader, this is the first time you see that there's nobody inside that tomb. And then what happens is the book flashes back some more, and we wind up finding out that Kitty Pryde winds up phasing Logan's body out of the statue. This was one of her hardest phases ever because she had to tap into the adamantium that was within his body and on the outside of his body, and she had to pull him out without shredding him apart. And she was successful at doing that. And so what happens is the X-Men were proud to give Logan a proper burial. And so they even asked Beast, is there any way that he could come back alive? And Beast is like, he's truly dead. There's no way that he could actually live. And so what happens is you wind up seeing the Reavers. They get captured, they get sent to jail, they get sent to prison. And throughout this book, you wind up getting to see this narration. And the narration was done by Kitty Pryde. And we get to see her telling the story about what the Reavers did to his tomb and things like that. And then all of a sudden she realizes, excuse me, that when she phases through his actual grave, that there's no body inside and that he is actually missing. And then towards the end of the story, we wind up seeing Wolverine in this black light costume as he shreds some random guy, and the dude is laying dead in the floor. And Pryde tries to get to the X-Men and says, he's missing. I don't know where he is. We don't know if he's alive, dead, if they're trying to sell him, if someone resurrected him. And basically, Wolverine is just sitting on a bench, which looks like in a cell or something like that. And he's just like, snick. And then that's how the particular story ends. Now, there is a backup story in here following this particular main story where it has Kitty Pryde recruiting Tony Stark, Daredevil, and a couple other heroes to go for the hunt of Wolverine. And basically what this story does is this is the one that kind of kicks off those 4 books that are coming out very shortly, which is Weapons Lost, Adamantium Agenda, The Claw Killer, and Mystery of Madripoor. So that's what that story was. So what did I think about this book, The Hunt for Wolverine, issue number 1? Excuse me. I thought this book was really well done. You know, when I saw the casing cracked open, I was kind of like, oh wow. I'm like, they got the you know, they got the drop on the Reavers. I thought that was really cool. But I never expected Kitty to phase out Logan like that to give him a proper burial. And I thought that is very fitting because, you know, Logan's always been that mentor to Kitty, and for her to phase him out and to give him that proper burial was very fitting, and it's a very emotional moment in the book. How he became the way he is now, we don't know yet. I'm sure that we'll find out, and we'll find out where Logan is, what his mindset is, what's changed, all those types of things. But it was a very entertaining story. I really enjoyed it, at least the main book anyway. Just like typical Marvel, though, you get this backup story that says, hey, buy these 4 books, you know, they're coming out if you want to read all the stories of Marvel, you know. I mean, that's basically what happened in that second book, but it was okay. You know, I can say that this book was worth the $6. It was very well written, very emotional, very well drawn, awesome book. I definitely say go out and buy this book. And at the end of the day, I'm going to give this one probably a 4.25 out of 5 stars. If you eliminated that backstory and just gave you this main story, I probably even would have given it a higher score because it probably would have been a cheaper price and maybe a little bit more impactful and not read some of the little cheese whiz at the end of it. But nonetheless, I'm still looking forward to what happens to Wolverine and Logan's journey here. So guys, in the comments below, tell me what you thought of Hunt for Wolverine, issue number 1. You're a fan? Were you not a fan? Do you care about Wolverine at this point? Tell me all those comments below. And as always, guys, subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that notification button so you don't miss a single video from me. And until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.